Many African countries have been forced to adhere to a financial system for many years by France, their previous colonial overlord. For a long time, European countries have used this system, known as the CFA franc, to keep control of African economies. To cut these remaining connections and achieve full financial autonomy, a new generation of leaders is emerging. Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali have boldly opposed the CFA franc's ongoing domination. Without the limitations imposed by outside interests, these countries are paving a new economic course. As they collaborate to create a monetary system that puts their own economic interests ahead of those of their former colonists, this is a historic moment. By creating a treasury deposit bank and launching a new national currency, the SIRA, Burkina Faso, led by President Ibrahim Traore, has made notable progress toward financial independence. These programs represent a significant departure from the neo-colonial banking systems that have long impeded the advancement of the area. The goal of France's December 26, 1945, introduction of the CFA franc was to unite African economies under French rule. Many African countries kept using the franc even after they achieved political independence, which allowed France to maintain its financial hegemony. The arrangement limited African countries' capacity to control their own monetary policy by requiring them to deposit a sizable amount of their foreign reserves into French banks. Through this agreement, France was able to keep economic control over its former colonies and so dictate regional financial circumstances. The CFA franc's shortcomings have drawn a lot of criticism. It prevents nations from making autonomous financial decisions without France's consent, setting their own interest rates, or devaluing their currencies when necessary. Furthermore, the CFA artificially raises the cost of African exports due to its linkage to the euro, which reduces their competitiveness on the international market. Due to the suppression of industrial growth, many countries are now reliant on the sale of raw materials rather than the development of their own industries. Burkina Faso has taken the lead in a campaign to restore financial independence after realizing these limitations. In addition to leaving ECOWAS, a group said to be heavily influenced by France, President Ibrahim Traore has supported economic reforms, such as the introduction of the SIRA currency. Burkina Faso has complete sovereignty over the SIRA, unlike the CFA, which enables the nation to establish its own monetary policy, control inflation, and support domestic industry free from outside intervention. The country's financial reserves will be protected by the newly established Treasury Deposit Bank, which will facilitate this change by doing away with the need to deposit money in institutions under French jurisdiction. This action strengthens economic sovereignty by guaranteeing that the country's wealth stays inside its boundaries. The newly established Treasury Deposit Bank will protect the nation's financial reserves in order to facilitate this change, doing away with the need to deposit money in banks under French jurisdiction.